5 fast WrestleMania 2 facts. Number 5. The Monday Night Pay-Per-View. In 1986, the WWF was still experimenting with the challenges of putting on a major show. After WrestleMania 1 and the Wrestling Classic, WrestleMania 2 was their third ever pay-per-view. They decided to run the event on April 7th, a Monday. Of course, this was 7 years before Monday Night Raw even existed, making it a strange precursor to the wrestling schedule we know today. But to make things even weirder, they didn't just pick a Monday, they picked 3 different cities at once. WrestleMania 2 aired live from Uniondale, New York, Rosemont, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California, which meant fans in each building basically only got a third of a WrestleMania for their ticket. Due to incredible production logistics for the 3 arenas and a lukewarm reception to the event itself, neither of these big ideas were ever used for another WrestleMania. Number 4. So many celebrities. Because of the 3 different arenas, Vince McMahon wanted 3 buildings filled with celebrities. But how could he possibly outdo WrestleMania 1, which featured Cyndi Lauper, Muhammad Ali, and Liberace? Well, Vince didn't really give bigger stars, he just gave more. A lot more. As of to date, WrestleMania 2 has the most celebrities participating at any WrestleMania. Not counting the NFL players in the Battle Royal, fans were treated to Ray Charles, Joan Rivers, Susan St. James, Joe Frazier, Lou Duva, Daryl Dawkins, Cab Calloway, Ozzy Osbourne, Kathy Lee Crosby, Dick Butkus, Ed Too Tall Jones, Elvira, Tommy Lasorda, Robert Conrad, Ricky Schroeder, Clara Peller, and G. Gordon Liddy, a former FBI agent and the chief operative for the Nixon administration during the Watergate scandal. I don't even know what to say about that last one.
And you had to go too far!
Number 3. The Hospital Breakout. Bobby Heenan was a miracle worker, but it was going to take a miracle for him to show up at WrestleMania 2. That's because the night before the show, Heenan was hospitalized in Tampa with a broken neck, and apparently his job was on the line if he didn't make the event. So Heenan checked himself out of the hospital, flew to California, took a bump for Hogan at the end of the show, and then flew straight back to Tampa to check himself back in. The man didn't just have brains, that is legendary toughness. Number 2, the Phantom Punch. According to Roddy Piper, the planned ending for the infamous boxing match against Mr. T was for T to knock Piper out of the ring with a devastating left hook. The only problem? Mr. T missed the punch entirely, and yet Piper decided to sell it anyway. Piper claims that he was so frustrated by the lack of professionalism from Mr. T that he improvised the finish by getting back into the ring and body slamming the 18 star. This is because he'd been disrespecting the wrestling business, according to him. It's hard to know exactly what the truth is, but watching the match, you can clearly see that things just didn't go according to plan. Number 1, the Lost Masterpiece. The WWF originally had a dream match on the books for WrestleMania 2, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Bret the Hitman Hart. So, what happened? Well, the story goes that Vince McMahon may have been nervous that these 2 workhorses would put on a 5-star clinic, which would make the main event of Hogan versus King Kong Bundy look like a slow-motion disaster in comparison. So what did we get instead? Steamboat versus Hercules, and Bret Hart was tossed into the Chicago Battle Royal. He wore blue tights that night, so maybe that's a fun fact too. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share some of your favorite WrestleMania 2 memories and facts.